Welcome everyone to my chess stream here on Twitch and lichess. This is the Sunday Simul stream. Take 2. I lowered the FPS again to make sure that the stream wouldn't drop frames. It looks good. Volume is okay. Let me know that the volume is okay, guys. I just want to encourage everybody to subscribe to the stream, because I've lost a number of subscribers in the last couple of weeks since I came back from the US. I think the timing is different. You know, we're going to probably lose some of our American viewership because the streams here are not really all accessible to the Western players. But I have tried to include a number of streams that those guys can watch in the afternoon time. But anyway, if you have been a subscriber and you let your subscription to my stream lapse, please consider supporting the stream by continuing to do so. And if you have not subscribed but you watch the stream on a regular basis, if you can find it in your heart to subscribe, we really appreciate it, and it helps us to keep it going. And I really need you guys. So anyway, with that announcement in place, I'm going to begin the simul here on lichess. Now that we know the connection is stable, we don't have drop frames, I'm going to go ahead and create this Sunday standard simul for 25 players. It's 40 minutes, 40 seconds, 30 minutes extra clock time, host color random, which I think is fun, guys. And we're going to get it started. I do think that most players who are here are going to get to play, but we sometimes have not enough spaces. 25 is a limited amount. Again, subscribers, I will take first in the stream. Your checkmate says hi, please follow me. I will do so after the stream, sir. Right now I've got to look for our subscribers. Who do we have here that's a subscriber? Arsenal fan Richie. Any other subscribers? I can't talk. Any other subscribers? I want to take you guys first. Make sure I don't miss you. Nefedov is here. Nefedov, thanks for being here. I know it's Sunday, so it's a little easier for you. Then we're going to go, unfortunately, the way it's set up, it's alphabetical. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to accept everyone, and then I'm going to weed out anybody who has less than 50 games, all right? Because I've got complaints that I haven't accepted people according to the order in which I got them. And, man, it's not accepting these. So I'm going to take them, then I'm going to weed out anyone who has less than 50 games. It's putting them in alphabetical order. I would prefer if lichess would make the, that's 25. I would prefer if lichess would make them in the order that I got the entries. But unfortunately, it's putting them in alphabetical order. So I'm going to weed out anybody who has less than 50 games, and then we'll go back and try to take them if there's anyone else. Let me see. Yule. I don't see any provisional here. There's one. Nefedov. Okay, we know you. Xerox is not. So I grabbed 25. I can't remember. Super Sebi, Slide Dog, Radar Sun, Ardor Sun. Okay, Internet Chess, Critico. Who is new? Critico is 2400. I'll let it slide. That's pretty high rated. Lucky Kentucky is provisional, but he has 65 games. All right. Franco Yule, Ara Knight. We look good here. We lost someone. Last warning before I start the stream. Dark Horse 98. Is that FIDE Master? Dark Horse 98. Hey. Hi. Dark Horse 98 was one of my opponents in Zalakarosh this year. Actually, in fact, in the last round. So what's up, man? Yuri Krukun, I think that's how you pronounce it. Good to see you. We only have room for one more player. I'm going to take the first one here, and then if anyone else drops out, this is your last chance to drop out. Not going to take any more after 25. There's too many players beyond that. I can't handle it without getting in ridiculous time pressure. Before we start, I'm just going to tell you guys, it takes about 3 hours for the longest games. Pure Trap is like, no. It takes about 3 hours, so this is your last chance. If you don't want to play, please don't start the game and then drop out, or like just stop moving after like a couple moves. If anyone can't play for as long as 3 hours, you really shouldn't enter the Simul in the first place. So this is your last chance to drop out, and I'm just going to give you 1 minute to do so. Have you ever met Yuri Krukun? I just played him in Zalakarosh. One of my tournaments, my few tournaments this year. Yeah, we had a draw in the last round of Zalakarosh. Guys, I'm only taking 25 players, so I'm sorry you guys who didn't get in. We're going to get it started. One last minute for you guys who are registered to drop out. If anybody is going to like play like 3 moves and then not continue the game, I'm going to get angry. Because this happened like on 3 boards last week. I try to rule that out by not accepting provisional players. But we still get guys who do it, you know, and there's really no way to punish them. Maybe, you know, there should be a rule on lichess where you get like a penalty if you drop out of simuls and tournaments and stuff. But it's not easy to really to do that. We lost someone. We did lost someone. Canada forked you over. I like the name there. It's not enough games. Pure Trap was I believe the one who was complaining that he wasn't in there. So we'll add him, and we've got just enough at 25. I'm going to start 25. And let's get started before I get into ridiculous time pressure. Lord Jesus Christ, Critico. Anyway, I did the best I could to weed out anybody. Yeah, Aura Knight, you have a new account or something, but it's fine because I know you. If I know you, that's what matters. Andrea Peroni. I know most of these guys. Marin M do not know. This is a new player. 1 second too late. I'm sorry for that, guys that didn't get to play, but if I play more than 25 boards, it just gets like really bad. My quality of play and time pressure and stuff goes way down. So it's not a good idea for me to play more than 25. Even 25 can be tough. But I'm pretty rested today. I didn't play a tournament game or something. Aura Knight, one of our regular viewers from in the spring and before that, he was actually asking had I played a tournament game today. But the Hungarian Team Championship doesn't start till like in the middle of October, so, or even late October. I think that a lot of countries have a like national team championship, typically like on every other week or something, and many of them start like around now, but whatever, it's not yet begun. So I'm not like exhausted as I might be after a tournament game. I'm gonna play something different against the English. I've been playing a lot of symmetrical English. Let's play b6. You just rage quit at lichess once. I understand. I never rage quit a chess site, but I did do so. I want to do so with poker at least. Franco 2000, he's a very tough player. Good to see you, Franco. Listen, guys, we moved back from the United States where I was for the summer for a couple months, and since then I have lost some subscribers. So please, if you have subscribed, keep your subscription up here to my channel on Twitch. If you watch on a regular basis, please consider subscribing. Counter Sparks is a player who I know I haven't seen in a while. Good to see you. From Canada. So I do like the fact that this time allows me to attract viewers from both America and Europe. But I realize for the American players, it is, it is pretty early. So they may not be out of bed yet at 12 o'clock. Okay, I almost played I almost played knight c3. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you subscribe or not, either way, I support you. You're supporting me by just being here, so I appreciate it. Bishop f4. c5 is most aggressive move I can probably play there. But please support the stream if you can afford it on Twitch. And anyway, so hello to Yuri Krukun. He said hi in the chat there in the simul chat. He's a FIDE master from Ukraine. And we were talking at Zalakarosh a couple months ago. Pure Trap. He just got in because someone dropped out at the last minute. I hope it wasn't like a disconnection. Another London system? Okay, we'll try something different. The London system has never been more popular than it is now. Because of Magnus Carlsen and people like Gata Kamsky. I often make fun of the London system, but it's actually a pretty tough nut to crack. E4, D4. So traditionally in the Nimzovich defense, black plays D5, but I like to play this move D6, which is kind of a sideline, often played by Anthony Miles, who is a player I really have a lot of respect for. Unfortunately, we lost Tony Miles a number of years ago. Okay, C4, G6, Knight C3, Knight F6. Let's just go with the D4 game there. The Dutch. In the Dutch, I've delayed my knight on G1. Ananas is a tough player when he's white. I have particular trouble with him. I did end up playing symmetrical English here. I was trying to avoid it, but here we are. The problem with the symmetrical English for black, I think that it lends itself to draws. Actually, my game against Yuri Krukin, ironically, was symmetrical English, except I was white and he was black. C4, E6. That was a draw. See, that's the problem. Symmetrical English often does end in draws. If you want to play for a win with black against the English opening, yeah, it's probably better to play something like C4, E5. But life is not easy, no matter what you do. Weird opening by Andre Perrone. Let's play C4, speaking of the English opening. I play different stuff. A lot of everything, basically. Welcome, guys, to my stream. We are streaming 6 days a week most of the time. This is an interesting move, C4. Now I'm going to transpose some kind of Queen's Indian-like position. If I play B6, Knight C3, that's kind of weird. I've never in my life remember facing this particular move. I guess we'll react with C5. Slide dog. I got 3 London systems. What is that, another C4? Really the same thing? Caro Khan. Now it would be interesting to play B5, but I don't think that's... Well, you could play B5. But this bishop on F4... I don't know. It's more like a Benoni now. We have a 2400 player in the field from Brazil. And there was another player from Brazil who was participating on a regular basis. I wonder if it's the same guy with a new account. He was like Gary Topalov or something before. Is it possible that's the same player as Gary Topalov? Kamsky. But Kamsky Gata is not, he's not like a very theoretical player. Gata's got great technique, and here against this, what should I do? Some kind of modern defense. Franco 2000. I try to move as fast as I can not to get into time pressure here. This is my first simul in a week. I only do once every Sunday. And it's always like, it's not like riding a bicycle. I don't know. Playing the simul, it always feels like a new experience every time I do it. D6. King's Indian. We'll just play the main line there. I play various things against the King's Indian. Caro Khan now. Just for fun, let's play Knight F6. Actually, I think Knight F6 followed by E takes F6 is probably black's most solid attempt. And now, this is ironic. I was actually looking at the exchange Caro yesterday. Or Caro. Kyriakos, Nimzo Indian. So guys, please consider subscribing to the stream. We have a kind of unusual move here, D3 from Slide Dog. Actually, an unusual order of moves all around here. I'm just going to go with C5, going into King's Indian. What did I say? King's Indian. It's not a King's Indian, it's a hedgehog. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, Ananas. Alright, man. It's always tough playing against you. I had a thought about this, though. Knight c3. Last time, what did I do against him last time? I can't remember. I feel like I played knight c6 early. I just literally can't remember. Feels like it was more than a week ago. And the Ara Knight. Ara Knight has a new account? Or no, that's his old account. Okay, I think it's his old account. Possible new one. He's Ara Knight 1. I don't remember Ara Knight. Were you a different Ara Knight previously? Should I play bishop g4 here? Another good question. Man, it's hard. Life is difficult. I think I'll just develop my king side to be on the safe side. Anyway, guys, if you have questions, sorry, Clash Kid missed it. Took a 40-minute min bath. a min bath. Not a regular bath, a min bath. Min raise, min bath. A 40-minute bath. 30-minute bath instead of your normal 30-minute bath. Just don't, you know, try to play in the bathtub with a mobile device or something. Sorry about that, dude. Clash Kid, I would let you in if I could. Unfortunately, lichess has not enabled late registrations. Unfortunate. I would really like that feature, but the administrators didn't seem that keen on it. I was a little worried about C takes D going symmetrical from Yule. I saw some new ideas here the other day. Some really crazy stuff the other day. In fact, last night I was looking at that, ironically. Okay, bishop g4. Just last night, I happened to be looking at the exchange Caro-Kann. Don't ask me why. Your new account. You were talking about rage quitting. Right. Alright, I'm just going to play... what am I going to play here? I need a new system against the Fianchetto. That's for sure. Let's play my old system. It's actually a good idea to have multiple systems against whatever you might be facing. Arsenal fan Richie, Classical Kings Indian. I'm on new territory here, in new territory completely. Yeah, I meant to say Hedgehog and I said Kings Indian on this one. I mean, d3 might actually cost white there, not being the most useful move. Franco 2000, Wait a minute now. We did have this variation, I think, before, if I remember correctly. I'm going to play e6 this time. I'm not sure if we've ever played that before. And against Soltigo. Good to see you regular, guys. I'm really sorry, Clash Kid, because you are a subscriber. I particularly want to make sure the subscribers always get to play, but we cannot register you, even if I want to. So now d6. Black is threatening e5, but is it really a good move so early? Would it be a good move necessarily? Critico 82. He's 2403. Guess we play d5 and stop it cold. Now Yule played f3. The main line is queen b3. There's a ton of theory, and he's going another way here with f3. I don't know if I'm supposed to play bishop h5 or like bishop d7 here. I guess I'm supposed to play bishop h5. I've never faced f3, maybe in some offhand blitz games, but I can't remember facing that move in a serious contest. So Ara Knight now. Alekine's defense always reminds me of the Petrov or Exchange French. Once I played a game against Zlatko, my friend Zlatko Lynch, where I played knight a6. I know Shirov has played knight a6 on occasion, but the move just doesn't seem correct to me. Let's try queen b6. This is occasionally seen. Now Andrea Pierone. d4 is a Catalan, and well, that's probably the right idea. Castle. Now Kyrgios has with knight c6, one of many possibilities black can play. Dilyavatra got banned some days ago. What? I didn't know that. I mean, Dilyavatra got banned? Because Don't Do It, his friend, got banned. Did Dilyavatra get banned? That's a little weird, because I wouldn't have seen that one coming. But his friend... Are you confusing the two, or is that really true? Did he get banned as well? Can I go bishop g4 here? Kind of weird. Weird scenario. I'm going to play bishop g4. I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. Are you sure about that, Clash Kid? I did not know about that. I mean, I haven't been here. I mean, I haven't streamed since Friday. And I hadn't heard anything about that on Friday. He's one of our subscribers. I don't want to see subscribers getting banned, obviously. No, it was him. You got rating points back. Well, that's sort of disturbing. He's definitely played many games against me that are not computer. So that's kind of weird. We'll have to investigate further. He's not a player who I suspected of being a cheater, but you never know. I mean, you can never know for sure with anybody. There's no way to prove it either conclusively for or against them being computers. I think it's just a matter of judgment. Here I have to protect my pawn. If knight fd7, knight fd7 might be a good move here. I can't remember now. Knight g5, king e8, knight d5. I think this is okay in this position. I rarely see knight f3. Now we're trying to play the Benoni without the bishop on g7 there. Weird situation. Uh-oh, so one of our subscribers got accused of being a computer. Well, it's weird in his case because I'm certain that most of his games are definitely not engine. But who knows what happened. You could get a false positive if someone's like switching screens too much or something like that. So we'll have to find out more information about that. b3. So I lost to Dmitry Bunzman in this line. Queen d3, this is a very rare move. Try to keep it simple, I think. A normal game though, yeah. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's related to his friend who got caught, you know. Is it possible there's some kind of connection? That crosses your mind. But it's certainly disturbing in the least. d5 from Soltigo. Excellent move, Soltigo. I played b3 a little early here. But anyway. We don't have much advantage, theoretically, with white. I mean, people definitely get falsely accused. I think in some cases it's computer generated, in some cases it's human judgment. It's hard to call. I'm sure that most of the time lichess gets it right. But I mean, I'm sure people slip through the cracks, and I'm sure that innocent people sometimes get falsely accused. Sort of unavoidable. Wow, d5 from Ananas. That's a new one. Have not seen that before. Haven't been playing this line. I haven't really been playing this line, to be honest. So it's kind of not fresh in my mind. Internet chess, mainline King's Indian. Against Lord Jesus Christ, mainline Fianchetto Grunfeld. This is a weird position. We're playing like a Benoni here without Fianchettoing the bishop. It's a weird line too. b6, something I've been working on. And I was a little worried about queen b3 against Marin M. I didn't know what was going on there, but I think this way I'm very solid. And now knight b3 from Yule. Strange move. So early in the game to play that. Now, shall I play bishop g4 or not? $1,000,000 question. How about a solid move, c6? How am I going to get my knight in the game? Via a6, I suppose. There. Alright. I have thought about playing bishop takes c6 on occasion with the white pieces, but it seems a little early to do that. Wonder if Yuri Krukin played against me bishop g7 and e6. This is a different setup. We'll just go into the main line here. Possible Cambridge Springs. Camel Culture. Yeah, that's a funnier name than yours, Lord Jesus Christ. Camel. The Camel Culture. It's too hard to say Clutcher. I mean, it's so easier to say. It's just so much easier to say culture. That's what led me to start doing it in the first place. I think I just couldn't say it. Therefore, avoided the question altogether by reversing the order of the letters in my mind. Counter Sparks. Okay, so here we are with Lucky Kentucky. Culture, Kentucky. Whatever. Rook b8, interesting move from Andrea. Knight e5, knight takes e5. Actually, knight e5 looks pretty interesting. That might cause some problems for black. Now we put pressure on d4. But I guess the most important question is how. Okay, knight a6. There's no bishop e3, at least, in this position. Speaking of putting pressure on d4, now, I think I once had a game with Igor Ivanov when he was still living, obviously, and I transposed to a Samish King's Indian with white. I can play e5 too. I don't know this line of the Samish King's Indian too well, but we might as well just play it on instinct. Now knight e7, focusing on the d4 square. And Mr. Ara knight goes with c4. Now we have a question. More questions than answers. Should I retreat back here Zoltan Varga style? My teammate used to play like e4 c6, d4 d6. No, he used to play e4 c6, d4 knight f6, e5 knight d5, c4 knight c7. That actually transposes to this position. Here's a line that I know really well, actually, against Xerox. One of the openings I've played more than anything else, the black side of the Velimirovich. 92, this is definitely a new one. I'm going to challenge that bishop to kind of keep it simple. And then here, had a very strange move played against me, a6 by a German IM. Don't really understand that very well. Okay, now, what about this position? Well, we just go knight c6. Okay, now king e8, for lack of a better move. This position is main line. Soltigo said, I've been reported for cheating 3 times. But you weren't. How were you told that? I don't understand, Soltigo. I mean, I don't think that really, like, administrators should tell you that. Normally. I would think that would be kind of kept private. Very unusual position in this one. Bishop e6. Where shall I go? Kind of a tough call for black. How to develop the bishop here, g6. Anyway, guys, if you enjoy my stream, please subscribe. We need more supporters. Okay, what's going on here? Maybe I'm just winning a pawn. Just take, take, take. If I take, 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 it looks okay. He does not play the Cambridge Springs with Queen A5. Highly recommended in that position, Radar Sun. I'm just picking a name, how to pronounce it. It's Arderson. Arderson. It's like Icelandic. Instead, he's gone into a kind of passive Queen's Gambit line that's not that great for black. D4. This could be a King's Indian or an English. Critico 82 with a quick knight A6 now. We're looking for a quick punch out. I can play like H4, H5 here. It kind of makes you want to go for that. H4. Well, we only live once. It is a high-rated opponent, though. Velimirovich. Whoops. I hope the board is sized properly for the stream. Hope this is a good move. Bishop G4. Should be okay. Grab the bishop and take our chances here, I guess. Well, it's not going anywhere. I actually didn't mean to do that. I was actually going to still think about it, but... Okay, Franco, this is some kind of weird line. Now, am I supposed to play H6 here? I think I'm supposed to play H6. I vaguely remember that, but I'm not certain at all. Rook takes A5 from internet chess. Also possible is C5 in that position. Just hold on for a second, guys. Okay, everybody. Anyway, welcome to my simul stream, International Master Willam Paschall. You're gonna lose a pawn here. Best case scenario, white is gonna just grab this bishop and be up a pawn. A3, bishop B7, nothing really going on there. I like bishop G4, Soltigo. I think that's the best line, but bishop F5 is perfectly fine. Okay, I saw this and I just like dismissed it as not dangerous. I hope I didn't miss something. The main idea there is to give my queen a fallback square on D8 while not blocking my rook on F8. So pure trap took with the E-pawn, naturally. He didn't have another option. I'm having some hallucinations here, trying to move a little too quickly, so occasionally I have some kind of hiccup. I think I was hallucinating that he was taking with the G-pawn or something, and I was thinking about the H-file. That's why I was hesitating capturing on F4. So to make a long story short, occasionally I have some very, very strange hallucinations in my games here when I'm trying to play quickly, which is the case in most instances. This is not really a typical position for me. Now what's up? I need to support my knight on D4. C5 looks good. There might be a better move. So anyway, one thing, if someone's accused of cheating or, you know, something like that, I think it's good not to you know, humiliate them by making a public spectacle about it. So someone was mentioning someone else got banned, but we'll try to play it down. Bishop e2. Very solid setup, but black should be pretty good there. Now bishop f4. Okay, this is a little weird. Bishop f4. It's a really troubling move. He's gonna play knight d6, like g4 and knight d6 or something. It really shouldn't be a big deal, but it's kind of an inconvenience if he gets on d6. It causes me some serious trouble, basically. Now bishop g6. I'm just constantly paranoid about some kind of bishop takes h7 here. Okay, this is the line that I play myself, Nefedov. Now, didn't we have this before, or am I hallucinating? I guess not. I'm supposed to play like h6 and g5. I beat Yermolinsky in this line with white in a really nice game years ago. The other move is queen b6. Probably h6 and g5 is better. Is it too late to join? Yeah, unfortunately there's no late entries in these things. So the answer is a definitive no. I mean, yes. It is too late to join, unfortunately. I'm sorry that's the case. I don't really know what to do in that weird London system / whatever it is. Just don't drop any pieces, me. I guess I have to do it this way. It's basically like a Marazzi. Andrea Pironi just lost material. Now queen a4. White just constantly harassing me here. But I think it should be incorrect. Speaking of incorrect, probably it was incorrect what I did against Franco 2000. Maybe not, though. This seems okay. I just can't remember, you know, like, am I supposed to play this line or the other line? Now g6, I guess. We trade here on f3. Rook b1, queen d7. Kind of changed my move order there from what I used to play years ago. And this is basically a Marazzi. Pretty good Marazzi for black. Bishop d2. Now we kick him out. That's very vital. He gets kicked out. And I like black's position here. A classic hyper-accelerated dragon. This move I see all the time. It's just not theory, but people love to play the bishop to b5. Do you see my message, RSA? I missed this. Sorry I'm not in with an impressive 1300. Well, entry is not dependent on rating at all here. So we're still in book in this wonderful variation. I haven't seen enough of that lately. I love to play the Velimirovich. Strange game here against Yule. Very solid for white. Perhaps I should just develop my pieces in this one. Knight h6 is a thought. Knight d4. Actually, bishop takes c3 is worth considering. I don't know, though. Knight d4, e3, knight takes... Oh, that's it. Wait a second. I'm supposed to do it that way. Okay. Gotta remember. Kiriakospa is simplifying with knight to d4. That might be book, actually. Knight g5. Well, speaking of simplifying... This opposite color bishop position very good for me. And here we're just up. We're just up a rook against Andrea, Andrea just played way too quickly in the opening there. Against Arsenal Fan, I think we've probably transposed to a theoretical position in the modern. I could play e5. But actually queen b6. I don't know. Just no time to waste here. So anyway. Freaking out here. Welcome everyone. OBS. Where's Dragoon? I don't know. He's probably busy with school. Haven't seen him too much in the last week or so. That knight on g5 is starting to kind of irritate me. I need to develop the rest of my pizzas in this position. King's Indian, a variation that I never played in my life against SXPG. How did I end up with my knight on c6 so early? It's not true that I never played this in my life, actually. I used to play, but years ago I played the normal classical King's Indian. Boring position here. Even e5 comes to mind. I don't want a knight on c5, really. Okay, so what to do next in this wonderful Pirtz situation? Difficult to say what white should do next. h3, kind of committal, actually. Take knight d2. That looks like a plan, but not that big a deal, actually. Doesn't look right here. I don't know. I don't want to mess this up. Guys, if you want to send me a message or something, not here in lichess, you can send me a message to my email, videochesstrainer@gmail.com, because I can't really don't really like to click on my personal messages while I'm doing a stream, obviously, for privacy reasons. So if you want to contact me, that's the way to go. Or on the Twitch stream, just ask me questions on the Twitch stream, obviously, I should say first. Knight e4. Okay, what's going on here? He's just trying to play like knight g3 and unpin himself, I guess. Up a rook. That's always a good thing. Is it ever not a good thing to be up a rook? I might as well exchange rooks. Pure trap, 1600. Is there any benefit in exchanging rooks on other terms? Well, he's going to steal the file anyway. So Critico castled into it, which I think looks very dangerous. Okay, e6, f4. We're in book. Another set of pieces comes off. Knight d4. A weird situation here. So guys, here we are in a King's Indian. This is actually good for white. I've been tricked somehow. How did I get tricked into this bad position? By a move order I don't normally play. We got to get the rest of our pieces out here. Maybe knight d7 followed by knight f8 looks pretty solid for black. Should be okay after that. f6. Goodbye, Mr. Knight. Take a hike. And now, White has a very strong attack in that Leningrad. I've killed a lot of people in that line. A couple of good players, including John Curto and Huang Tang Trong. This is a really good opposite color bishop situation. I have the d4 square. White does not have the d5 square in the previous position. Now another good move by White. Basically forcing me to play this. I could play bishop e7. Pure trap. I'm a little worried about this. Is it worth considering bishop e7? Yeah, it probably is. Because if I don't, I think I can't afford to give up that bishop, actually. It's kind of my only play. This is possibly actual theory at this point still. This is a classic Karpov line against the Grunfeld. Okay, why is Yule not castling with the white pieces in the exchange Caro-Kann? Is he gonna like attack me on the king side or something without castling? I mean, at this point, I think it's getting a little bit late in the game here. I think I should castle the idea of possibly playing e5 myself there. Bishop g2 back to reality. Good structure. a6, the classic mistake from Timmy. Alejandro Rios versus me. Yeah, so c5. This almost looks like a Sicilian against Kyrgios. Now what? Like king h1. Looks interesting. The idea of f4. Guess I could also play bishop d2. A bit of a more solid move. Not very dynamic though. I mean, black's going to play like d5 and free himself here. What about rook d1? I don't know what to do. Rook d1, queen b6. Looks a little artificial, but I've got to watch my f2 pawn. Rook d1, queen b6, bishop f1. Some weird stuff going on there. Maybe this move. Alright. Wholesale exchanges. Now we're both castled. Okay. b5, knight b3. Back to that business again. I can get in b4. Takes rook b8. As long as I get in b4, I should be fine. Bishop e6 here. Forcing white to make more weaknesses. Bishop d3 from Arsenal fan Richie. I think we're still in book after knight e2. There's this like unsound piece sacrifice. Bishop g4. That's been played. Knight g2, queen b6 is theory. Bishop d3 is a move that looks like it's just kind of, you know, Benoni land. Our second Benoni in not so long a period of time. Let's just go ahead and play e5. Complicated game in store there. Modern defense is used against engines, but I rarely see it. Another interesting factoid about the modern defense, it's probably like black's highest scoring move against e4. I noticed this yesterday. Literally the highest scoring move. Not surprising. Beginners have particularly tough time against the modern defense. I'm actually thinking about knight h3 in this position. Seems weird. Knight h3. Need to develop my pieces. Not a whole lot going on in this one. Wholesale exchanges. Okay, now we own the dark squares in this position. This is actually winning material for black. Knight e5. Queen d1. I feel like I should play d5. Let's complete the development first. Franco took forever on this move. Whoa. What the heck is going on around here? I mean, pawn takes pawn. Okay, he played queen takes e1. A4. I've got to be careful about my back rank. Maybe I don't need to do that. I mean, I could play f5, but I mean, at the end of the day, is f5 really? It's not like it's a King's Indian. I'm attacking him, you know, with a kingside attack here. Is f5 even like appropriate at this point? The check shouldn't matter too much. I think we're still in book there against Internet Chess, Super Sebi. So this position, my idea was to take and take. I think I've had a blitz game like this. Take and take on c3. That's a surprising move that white wasn't necessarily expecting. Knight c5, followed by a5 type of stuff. Queen a6 is a new one. I don't know if this is book or not. It looks a little strange. I'm not sure. Not sure what I'm supposed to do in this position exactly. Now I would like to play d5, fix the pawns at some point. I'm not sure if I picked the right moment for it or not. Okay, Franco, my big hope here was obviously a check. We have various checks. Check on a5 looks like it's going to be met by bishop c3, but shouldn't be a big deal. Bishop e4 check is also possible. Which check? Queen a5 check, bishop c3, bishop b4. There you could actually play like rook c1 probably. One would think I should play bishop check. Okay. Now this is amazing play by Slide Dog. b4 absolutely best. It's rating 1981. I've had some troubles. I lost the last one, drew the two before that. He's been kind of difficult for me to deal with. Do I have d5? I mean, am I winning a pawn here by playing d5? Is that possible? Feels like I'm playing into his hands a little bit, but still. f4 so early. Queen b6. He'll just take with the bishop and play something like bishop e3. Although I'd have knight g4 there. I need to develop my pieces, really. Okay, snapping this pawn. Now I have a5. At some point to hold up his queen side. I kind of like the way the Countersparks played this. This may still be book, for all I know. But whenever you play h3, you know, you can't really play f3 after that later on. So I think that it's justified to take on d4 and play for pressure against e4 in general. I don't know what my best move is here. I really don't have a clue. Basically a Philidor rather than a Pirtz. I don't know. Okay. So Arsenal fan Richie decided to take on e6. All I know is all the games that I've seen my former nemesis Alexander Ivanov play. How many times he's like hosed people with black. In the modern defense, I can't even count. Now, side dog just simply dropped back with knight c3. Well, that's what I guess what I was figuring on. I'm taking on b4 twice. Hopefully winning a pawn. We're still in book here against Xerox, but king b1. Haven't had a chance to play this too often lately on this site, obviously. Not very common to see here. b4, bishop a4 check, bishop d7. You could see, I remember I had a game with Alonso Zapata where it was something like b4 knight d5. He can take back with the c-pawn now. That's the point of king b1. Not really sure what I'm supposed to do. Even knight d7 is possible. Yeah. It's worth considering knight d7. I don't really have time to think. I think this is all book against Kyrgios Pez. Literally. The battle lines are drawn. We should be out of the woods against Franco, though. Man, I don't know about this position. Just took on a5. I guess I'm supposed to take with the knight. Seems a little weird, though. Okay, SXPG, I'm pretty sure knight d2, and it's like a bad position for black. I actually played this position for white at one point. Because you take advantage of the fact that you haven't castled yet. But I think by playing this move, now we're kind of in the twilight zone again. Knight h5, g3, looks like a weird line. That might be possible for white as well. But as long as he can't go knight d2, h3, I have various options now. I wouldn't have had after knight d2. Knight h5, g3, f5, pawn takes pawn, knight takes pawn. Is that even good for me? Probably not. Like bishop g5. It's kind of unclear, though. Is there another way to play this for black, though? Besides knight h5, I have to do something active here. Yeah, our most favorite question. My other question is, what do you do for a job? Why do you live in Hungary, and what do you do for your job? Or what's your other job? Okay, knight h5. Off to the side. I just like, yeah, I like paprika. Hungarian girls. You know, you eventually get stuck no matter, you know, somewhere you're going to end up getting stuck. No, I like Hungary, I'm just kidding. Knight h5. You just keep moving and eventually you end up somewhere. That's all I can say. Queen h5, queen h4. Let's bear down on that. b5 was definitely not on my radar. It's a creative move from Critico. He's like asking for bishop takes c5, d6, obviously. This looks pretty dangerous for black, honestly. I mean, what's going on there? I might miss something, but let's try it. Knight takes b2, grabbing another pawn. Certainly not my only option here. Simplifying, you know? Let's not simplify. You'll go for some kind of kingside attack. Now knight b6, knight c5 is one option. Bishop b4 is another option. That pawn will get weak on c2 or b4, unfortunately. So we've got bishop c5 just developing a piece. Guess we'll go with that. Is that a good idea, though? Yeah, it looks good. All right. Queen a5, queen d4. That's definitely kind of disturbing. Queen f6, though, on the other hand, looks okay. I can simply just take on c4 here, too. Famous last words. Just take on c4, no problem. I don't see why not, honestly. The capture on e6 by Arsenal fan Richie kind of risky. Right, now just take on f3 and play rook c8 or something. This should be pretty good for black. I've definitely had this position in blitz games that I have against Super Sebi on the board there. Definitely has happened already in the past. It's kind of a little trick. Now, you will playing for, well, I would call it like a stonewall attack here. I've got very bad seasonal allergies. Please forgive me for sniffling and so forth. But I don't want to get like squeezed on the king side here. Maybe knight e7? Maybe I can play f5 myself. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Question of what's the best way to do it. What's the best way to do this business here? Creating like a defensive fortress. I don't want to waste too much time. I've also got knight e7. It's going to be possible for him to maneuver. Alright, let's do that. So, sniping a pawn. I'm a pawn sniper. Rook is hanging. Good not to forget that. Okay, he went there. I take the pawn. And now, d5, bishop e3. Kind of a bad bishop. Should be pretty comfortable for me. Make a practical move here. This is a winning position. We've got a second pawn. And now e4 should be on the horizon. What's the best way to set it up? No, I don't want to allow that bishop a3 exchange. Now, we take with the queen or take with the pawn? Take with the queen, knight takes, queen takes, rook there. I like this. Bishop h6. That's a kind of a disturbing move. Now I'm thinking about not castling kingside anymore after that, to be honest with you. His queen, pretty troublesome there. Maybe I don't have a choice. Maybe I have to play castles or rook g8. Which is really, really not funny. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have castled after all. Slightly better endgame against Franco. And in this game, he's got this knight coming to f5, which is pretty irritating. Okay, it's all been played before against Nefedov. My friend Emil Salanci and I had this game in a tournament, that exact position. What's going on? Rook b6. I have to confess that that move totally escaped me. I did not see that was possible. It's good to find this line for black. It's pretty amazing. You are a mad. I can't wait for me. I told you in Twitch. Yeah. Sorry about that. I have to start when I start. Black has a huge initiative now in this position. It's pretty disturbing, but maybe I have some trick. I don't know. Let's... Am I going to get hosed here if I play queen d8? Knight d5. This is pretty bad. Queen d8, take. Well, we will have some sort of play, I guess. Maybe that's just another blunder. I don't know. Against Ananas, it just looks like a draw. I mean, I think that game is going to be a draw unless someone makes some kind of blatant error. Rook ac1. Praying for tactics here. Very good position for me in this game. Queen e6 and knight f6. Right, so SXPG did play the critical move. I was hoping he wouldn't do that. So I was looking at f5. Takes, knight takes f5, and then bishop g5. And then bishop f6, and it's just weird. Takes an f6. Knight takes f6. I really don't know what else to do. It could all be book. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the stream. Okay, Richie, I have knight g8 if I had to. Don't really want to go there, to be honest with you. It's a pretty strange move to play knight g8. If I have to, I would do it. Although, one would imagine it would be better to just sacrifice something like knight c6, queen g7, rook f8, queen takes h7, queen f6. Playing for the initiative. Let's go for it. Let's go for it, like the famous last words. c5 is sort of tempting here as a pawn sacrifice. Get it in while the getting's good. You only live once. Let's try it. Rook d8. Knight a4. Knight a4. Also thinking of moving my rook to give me bishop f1 at some point. Some of these games are getting a little difficult to navigate, given the amount of time I have. Yeah, e4, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Right. One of those classic situations. Okay, now here I thought I had bishop takes, rook takes 92 check, but it doesn't work. Tactics rarely work in my experience. His queen is defending d1 among other things. Okay, I don't mind trading here. Bishop takes f5. That was part of the plan. We're up 2 pawns in this position. That looks pretty terminal. And an S. This just looks kind of boring, honestly. I don't know if I should actually play like f5, but that's kind of weakening for me. I wonder if queen c5 is bad. That's kind of risky. He could take and play d6. That's unclear though. I actually have an outside passed pawn there. But I guess I should go for f5. Bishop g5. That was a long time coming. Bishop g5. Well, I guess white is planning on castling queenside or something. Let's give him a check. I don't know if this is good or not, but why not? Okay, passive move from counter sparks. I think that's just a strange, slightly passive move. I don't know what I recommend for him, but I didn't expect that. What to recommend is another question. What have I got here? Not clear. Try not to get in time pressure. Okay, we've got queen e6 now. Maybe I should wait one more move before playing that. Although, honestly, yeah. We can prepare. We got a winning position there. g6. Pressure on the d6 pawn here. Alright, g6 is hanging, but he has, what, some sort of trick or something? It's kind of materialistic. I also have knight to d5. Knight takes g6. How does he defend that? King f7? Then I go back. And then rook d6 or something. He has knight e4 as well, but it's still not that convincing. I guess I should take this. It feels just kind of materialistic. Nefedov took on c6. That move isn't forced by any stretch of the imagination. Not sure if I did the right thing here with bishop f4 against counter sparks. I could play e5, take. That doesn't seem to achieve anything. Slide Dog played bishop e3. I'd really like to trade queens, honestly. I mean, we've got 95, dropping material. That's good. Something good somewhere. I don't see it. Just no way to trade. Just play a solid move. Now what? We're up a pawn, but black has some initiative. Knight f4. Knight e5 check. That's gotta be Gotta be a good move. Okay. Time becomes an issue, you know, at some point. Bishop f4. I did not foresee that. Unfortunately, pretty irritating move. Arsenal fan did not go for the queen g7 I was talking about. Instead, he played safe move 92. Maybe I should just take it. I don't know. I have 95 here. I'm like falling behind in development if I do that, though. All right. Never mind. So, focusing on d6. Just not the only feature of the position there. What are we looking at? White's going to put his king on e3. I can't take on g2. Rook d8 just checks him to a good position. I think the bottom line here is that I don't really have much of an advantage despite the better structure. Now knight g5. I'm a little concerned about this being dangerous for me. Bishop f6, okay. Trading queens, I've got the better endgame. I mean, no questions. It's a winning position. Soltico took the bait, but it's... How good is it? I don't know. What happened now? Bishop d1. Baruch d1. Barack Obama. Knight b4. He's just got central control. Really wanted to trade queens, but again, now if he doesn't want to trade queens, I'm not going to be able to force him to trade queens. Nevertheless, it looks like a reasonable thing to do. Queen d2. Solid position for both sides. Now I can play bishop b4. Well, he gains time there. Bishop e3. Disrupting my knight. Probably we should make one more prophylactic move. 30 minutes to 30 minutes. Guys, please support the stream by subscribing. Pure trap. That game, yeah, you're perfectly fine there. It's an interesting, complicated battle. I'm a little better here. But again, another very complicated game. Don't really want to get into ridiculous time pressure around these games. Nefedov has been playing stronger lately. With this pawn hanging, though, it feels very materialistic for me to go for that. I mean, I'm just not that developed. I'm looking at knight, no, queen takes pawn, knight, queen takes pawn, queen d3, or queen d2 probably. You know, it's like the poisoned pawn or something. Weird situation. Maybe g6 here. How am I going to get him off of my e7 pawn? You know, this is a little bit disturbing, you know, this whole business. If I play queen takes queen d2, that's dangerous. h6, bishop h4, g5. Maybe that's the best way to go here. Now, I'm just happy to be in an endgame here with a better structure. You know, he doesn't really have any active play. Whoops. Although his knight on e5 is strong. People are too obsessed with, you know, like... What I'm trying to say is that people are too obsessed with pawn structure. Whoops. Okay, pawn structure is sometimes not enough. Knight d7, f4. Okay, now queen f5. Whoops, I almost made some kind of perverse mouse slip there. And, you know, I might play a little more solidly than would be the case sometimes. b6, c5 here. Queen b6 is kind of a cool move. I'm going to get my king in the center. In that one. This is a tough call. Is bishop h2 better? Want to break with c5, then everything evaporates if I do that. Slide dog with the ultra combative knight b5. And now I'm on the verge of lost. Maybe. Pure Trap, you seem stronger than 1625 lichess. So far, so good. Yes, this is the one drawback of my knight being on a4. Unfortunately, I have to give up my white square bishop there. Knight g4, knight takes c6, knight takes e3, knight takes d8, knight takes d1. Again, it feels like I'm not developing my pieces, asking for trouble. Now I hear a lot of ambulances. Earlier on the night, right before my stymel started, there was this like never-ending ghetto bird in the area. I thought I was in like LA or something. Well, that's kind of an irritating move. Knight c3. Oh, you're going to attack my bishop. That's not cool. This helicopter just kept circling and circling. I was going to turn on the ice cube. I guess I should take here. Bishop g5, castles. Fortunately, they stopped just in time for the stream. Knight b7. King f1. That looks like something I would do in a moment of craziness. I mean, I don't think I even realized I could play knight e2 check last move. But, you know, in any case, it probably wasn't good. Can I play queen e7 without losing material? Knight takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. Yes, okay. I will tend to make some very stupid moves sometimes in the simuls when I get low on time. And now we have a little bit of an issue because Mr. Xerox is starting to break through my king. I'll always have g6 though if I have to. b4. I don't know if this is good for me. Might be a little slow. Okay, it's all part of the plan. Our knight played a move I didn't expect. Knight h4. Whoa. That was not on the horizon. I think it's okay for me. I've got f4. I hope it's okay for me. Somebody dial up Hikaru and tell him I'm playing the King's Indian and I need some help. Wow, e4 here. I've got a lot of weaknesses at the end of the day, but it probably shouldn't matter. Actually, this move, it's kind of weird. Queen c5 now? Take, take. That endgame, still not that good for me. Just kind of a panicky move. E4. I don't know. I don't think I'm moving a little too fast there. Bishop C1. Nefedov, did you play something like this against me recently? I thought we had a similar game. I really think I should play E5. Maybe consider giving up my bishop at this point. So Lord of Jesus Christ with some structural problems, but some potential sacrifices too. Okay, back in this game, he does have like A5 at times, which might be an irritating move. It's actually really hard for me to make progress here without just liquidating everything. It's very irritating. Okay, we'll try to get you guys in time pressure instead of me for a change. What happened? Yes, your favorite square. Yule was playing for this square earlier. Now he's he's on it again. Not a guy who messes around with the knights there. Very tough knights. Oh man, that's gotta go. I mean, those guys have gotta go. The knight outposts are killing me. Rook B1. I guess this is just equal. I hate to put my king on the back rank though. Knight takes B5. The world is going on. Can't really attack my b4 pawn in that game. I can't castle here, which is pretty disturbing. We're going to castle queenside. Only way to do it. And now I think white is busto in this game. Pretty much busto. I think he was. Now bishop e5 is a strange move from Pure Trap. I don't understand what that does. Kind of a strange move. Probably. Wow. Say what? What is going on here? Okay, this is definitely not on the horizon. Pawn takes pawn, queen c3. Wow. I did not expect this. I have to take this guy. Otherwise he'll have some dangerous threats. Can you challenge me to a bullet game? No. No. There's no bullet games now. F6. Another knight d7 thing. Man, this is a little weird. Rook c7. Rook c2. Why don't I just attack for a change? Instead of playing passively. This game is taking forever. He's using more time than me. Right. Now I lured him into playing c5, but we've got some play. Queen f4 loses material. Rook e7. King f1. That is a pretty weird move. Rook takes rook. Maybe bishop takes e3? Things like bishop takes e3, rook takes rook. What the hell's going on there? This is just too strange. Strange position, man. It was a very strange game in general. h6. Bishop takes e4. Just trying to avoid time pressure, more or less. This will slightly weaken my king side if I play h6. I mean, that's not really what I want to do here. It's hard for me to develop the rest of my pieces. I've actually got to be very careful now not to be worse. That knight endgame might not be that bad for him. Knight e4, f3, knight g5. Give it a try. So, taking this guy, we've got a better structure in that ending. And Critico, who is rated quite highly, played king e8. I have bishop check, but it's some sort of trap or what? Bishop check. Well, rook takes, knight takes. Bishop e7, knight takes d8. Bishop takes h1. And knight e6. I mean, what happens after king f8, by the way? What am I doing here? I think that's probably a bad idea. Maybe rook d1. Strange hour for the church bell. Or is it? I don't know. f4. Bishop check, king f8. I just taking. My grammar is weird. I just taking. All right, we're gonna take. All right, let's try it. We're running out of time here. I'm a little nervous about the position. Oh man, speaking of nervous, I knew there would be tactics here. Bishop takes immediately. This could be a nightmare. Lord Jesus Christ. Let's say that again. He has this really perverse sacrifice there. I think I was underestimating my position. No, he should have played knight f5. Knight b3. Could you play knight f5? I have d5 or something? No, you have knight f5 there in f5. I mean, you got to play knight f5. And that's clearly the best move. Now, which way do I take? If I take with a rook, I got rook down on the 7th. Take with the king, keeping him tied down, and maneuver the knight to c5. I don't know. If I take with a rook, he'll trade rooks. I can just go back. I don't know. This is kind of a tough call. Alright, now knight g4 is definitely an option. Probably just strong for black. Knight endgame. But, alright. Not so easy. Knight c3, a3, knight c3. Multiple threats. This is a problem. But I don't know what's going on here. I mean, I am going to get a pawn back. Not sure where to put my rook, but I guess I have to go here. Don't really like that situation a whole lot. Rook d8. Bishop takes. I'm just afraid of draws here. He's always got some weird counterplay. The king f1 move, I can't get over that. That's a strange sight. I haven't beaten him in the last 3 games I played. Rook d8. Pawn takes pawn, he could sack his queen. That would be disturbing. And probably very possibly strong. He's offering a draw now. Pawn down. He's pretty confident. I mean, I think I'm being a little bit... Well, I mean, to be honest with you, this looks pretty unclear. Usually when my instinct tells me something, I mean, I'm looking at rook d8, sacking his queen here with pawn takes pawn. And let's see. Rook takes, bishop takes e3, pawn takes e3. He's very close to getting in rook d7. Something like that. Alright, I don't know, it's too unclear. I'll agree to a draw there. That'll save me a little bit of time. It was too much of a headache. I don't know. I was burning all sorts of time on that game. So I'll give you a draw. But I mean, you know, I'll agree because it's just it's becoming too irritating to me, spending all my time on that position. King in the center, probably best. Queen c3 was played. No, bishop c4, last move. Queen d8, almost forced. I don't like my position anymore. I have suddenly changed my mind about this. Shoot. Queen d8. Yeah, I can do this. It looks like this will probably hold. An Arsenal fan's going to get sharp after castle's queenside. Do I have a knight takes? Just play knight takes and queen d4 check. Can I win material? He takes with a bishop. Alright, then not. Now we have the proverbial knight takes e3. Knight takes d8, knight takes d1, etc., etc. No, that's not necessary. Just take back with the pawn here. Now we go knight d7, knight c5. But I don't know if this is enough, I mean, to really do anything to white. Is it enough to win? I don't know. h6 maybe? I'm weakening my king side. It almost feels like he's luring me into, trying to lure me into doing that. I overlooked this move altogether, but hopefully it's not a big deal. Oh, that's a problem though. I can't be playing that move. h4, preempting knight g5. Okay, I'm gonna play f5 myself probably. So I agreed to draw that game. That was getting weird against Slide Dog, or Slide the Dog. I know that's how you probably meant it, but I always called him Slide Dog, so we'll just keep calling him the same thing just to be consistent. I did realize, now this is suddenly becoming really upsetting. Okay, fortunately he can't play c5 right away, but now he might even be better. Another king f1, another one of those secret king f1 moves that disturbs me. Knight, no knight moves, huh? King f8, seriously might be a good move. I don't know, what else am I gonna do? King f8 seems sort of weird. King f8, knight e5, knight takes c5, knight takes g6. He always has these. Irritating responses. Queen f4, knight, rook takes e6, queen takes d2. Queen f4 just loses a rook. Alright, we'll copy you. The Benoni. Well, why don't we use our queenside majority here to some effect. Knight h7 looks pretty lame. Though I don't know what he can really do. Okay, king f8 was played. That's obviously the most combative. Maybe almost forced. Now, I was going to play knight g6 check. king f7, knight e5 check, king e6, f4. But I'm not certain that that's good. So we could look for alternatives. Bishop takes b5. Looks like all my pieces are going to get undermined in that situation. Critico 82. I want to know if this is the same guy, Gary Topalov, because the rating is about the same. High standard rating of 2400-ish. But I don't know if we got a response or not. I was just thinking about a new thing. What's that? Who is the new moderator? World Loser, no new moderator. You're the new moderator. Let's move a little faster here. I'm getting undermined. Undermined.com. Castles? Can I do that? Well, I mean, he's threatening what, like b4? Seems so weird to castle, but it actually might not be a bad move. Except for the fact that it almost loses by force. Like knight g4 or something could really mess with me. Rook d1. Rook d1 and like take with the king on d1. That would be weird. Really weird idea. We have sort of problems. Like he's threatening rook takes, knight takes. No. If rook d1, rook takes, then rook takes c6, knight takes c6, bishop to b7 will win material. I'm in a lot of trouble here. The handwriting is on the wall in this game. I don't like the look of this. This knight g6 check, king f7, knight e5 check, king e6. What's up with that? f4. And now he like undermines me somehow with knight g4. I don't know. I'm running out of time. We managed to swipe a pawn here. Richie plays f5, which I completely overlooked. Okay, knight takes e2 check. What is going on? Why don't I take on f5? Looks like a speculative pawn sack, but how speculative is this really? I don't know. How dangerous is knight e5 or knight d5? That's the question. Okay, pawn takes e6. I can't let him take on f7, I don't think. Right, now check. No, so it should just win the exchange. I just sort of assumed I was okay here, but not that certain, honestly. G5 is kind of an interesting move. Gotta go for it. So f3. Not a lot of choices there. Favorite. Well, happy to be a pawn up at least. He goes for this line. Nefedov is offering a draw, but is it really equal? I don't know. I think I'm a little bit better here. Bishop pair looks decent. Knight e4. Avoiding exchanges of pieces. This position probably not relevant. And here we've just got a really good game. I mean, any number of moves. d5 even is okay. That's a win. Can't say that too much on any of the boards here. Interesting idea here is knight g3. But I seriously doubt this is really sound for white. You're not going to trap my queen in this position. Now if I play like a5, keeping him off of there. Counter sparks. Bishop g7. Obviously I could play g4 at some point. I mean, I think it's perfectly okay. But I mean, I don't even know if I need to. Maybe that's too risky, I don't know. Wow, queen b4. b5. And I think we're actually taking over after that. This ops-colored bishop position is like pretty crazy. If I threaten to double on the 7th rank, rook d1, bishop a6 is impossible, bishop b7, rook c7, rook takes b2, rook down on the 7th. That should be pretty bad for black, I would think. One would think, but maybe he has some other defenses there. Getting a little bit low on the time here. Arderson is like very solid. Probably I have very little there. After 3 hours of thought, Soltigo played knight takes f2, sacrificing a piece. But it doesn't appear to work. What is this? Alright, that's a winning position. Now the knight ending. My a-pawn's a little lonely. My king needs to approach. What's going on here in this one? Nothing special, I guess. He castled queenside. Whoa. Oh, man, I don't know. Developing a piece for him there. We're basically back into like kind of blitz mode at this point. Wow, Richie goes with e takes f5, right? Okay. I don't know why I'm surprised by that. It's a totally normal move. Knight takes e2 check. What am I doing? Taking on b2 and or checking. Is that even a good move? I don't think so, but I'm running out of time. Here we have lots of moves, including knight c6, which looks really, really scary for white. Knight, my goodness, this has to be good for black. Knight c6. Well, not exactly sure what the heck is going on here. This is a fun idea. It seems a fun idea. Looks like Ananas is probably okay in this position. It's actually hard for me to attack him without dropping a pawn myself, but I should try. No, I can't play f4. Bishop f1 is a good move. He was very wise to play that. Queen a8 or something. It's kind of weird. I don't know about this. Queen h8. He's gonna play what? Queen h8. Gotta try something. Long King's Indian here with internet chess. Hopefully some of these games I can just play in autopilot mode. But this one is not so simple. Should have played bishop g4 there, I guess. But I don't recommend you guys try to blitz me out on the clock. Because, oh my god. Tragically blundered against Ananas. Totally overlooked my d6 pawn was hanging. Oh man, that's painful. That's gonna be the game. That pawn was just my whole position. Shit. Oh no. GG. That's it, man. First blunder and not the last one for today. Oh, that's so sick. I mean, I think that it's probably like okay for me. I'm a little overextended, but it should be a draw. But after this, I think I'm just lost in one move. It's really, really bad. Just game over. I mean, I have nothing to do here. Man, that's really bad. No defense to that move. I don't know what to do. Just lost. Sad but true. Nefedov. I declined his draw. I do feel like I was better. Now f6. Putting all my pawns on the right color. Maybe I should play g5. No time. So we made one catastrophic blunder, and we're going to try not to do that again. I mean, I had 11 minutes left. It's a little sad here, as expected. Black played king e6. It's a little sad to blunder, you know, like that early. With 11 minutes left, it's not time to panic, but I just didn't see it. I just didn't see my d6 pawn was hanging at all. I mean, I was looking at the position for like a pretty long time. I mean, and I still didn't see it. Just did not see it. What can you do? So ironically, d5 undoubling his pawns for him is probably a good move for me there. Over on this board, we've got a space advantage. Not a good idea to draw there. That winning king and pawn endgame. On other fronts, you know, we're really good here. But it takes a long time. Now, yeah, g4, I saw that. I mean, I'm probably not really excited about allowing that idea. I don't want him to play. Oh man, bishop d5, I didn't see that either. So we're starting to just blatantly overlook things as I get into a little bit of time pressure. A&E Bomba, I didn't even see you commenting there. We're starting to get getting in time pressure. Thank you for subscribing, guys that have subscribed. We need more subscribers. We've lost some of our subscribers since switching, you know, to European time here. So I just want to encourage everyone to subscribe. I'm a little bit short of time, and it's starting to have an effect. This position looks just great for black, though. I did let him out of the bag, so to speak. Maybe knight takes is even worth considering. Queen takes, everything is good. Rook on the 7th would be devastating. This is just a winning position for black. Now knight g4. No surprises there. But maybe I have something. I mean, I can do like bishop takes b5. I mean, I'm not necessarily lost in that game because he's pretty active. Now for my next trick, bishop takes pawn. Why didn't I play g5 straight away here? I don't know. There it goes. That bishop. Play knight takes g5 as well. That's an obscolored bishop ending. Yeah, but I mean his structure would get decimated. That's not really good for him. Now this move. Bishop, that's actually a good move for counter sparks. I didn't want him to do that. I think I might have overextended myself slightly here. It still shouldn't be so bad for me. I have A5, among other things. Right. We win a pawn in that one. And what's going on here? Bishop C5. Is that worth considering? Probably worth considering. Kyrgios hanging tough. Sort of tied down and running out of time. What to do? It's not easy. I don't know. And it's truly irritating. A good move from Nefedov, F4. Logical. Now he's got some play. Got the file in this one, which should be really decisive. Slightly better structure here. Yeah, now this looks like pretty insane situation. He obviously, you know, spent a long time calculating this. That's pretty insane if that works. I'm just still having like problems focusing my eyes on this position. Rook takes F2, Bishop C5. Seriously? We've actually calculated that in advance. That's seriously weird. Okay, Rook takes F2 and then Queen F3. Should be okay. I think Arsenal fan just blundered a piece. I have to take this. Black has the mighty king. And I'm just busted here. Okay, this was a terrible error by me. And then I figured, yeah, we'll try to trade queens now. And be slightly better, I hope. Somehow, miraculously, I'm not down material yet in this game, but I think I probably will be in the not-so-distant future. I have Rook H6 check, which does nothing. I have this move, my only hope. And what happened? My move did not register. Okay. Classic endgame here. I really don't want him to play that. That being, you know what. I guess king up, c5 check, king back. I mean, I don't want him to have his king there. Bishop g6 is a great move. But I mean, how is he going to make progress here? Is he going to be able to make progress here? I don't know. Alright, anyways. We're getting kind of low on time. I panicked in that other game. Such a weird position, it bothers me. Queen g4, no, queen f3. Then he's got this absurd move like e4 or something. Don't even start with that, man. I mean, are you seriously going to play like e4 against me? e4? There's got to be a simple solution to this. Like, I just let him take on f2 and take with my king or something. I mean, I have a really big attack, I would think. But still, he's going to play like takes, and g6. So I need to protect my rook, but I also need to protect the knight. And knight e4 doesn't work because of this perverse position. I have knight e3, it just occurred to me, but that's unclear because of all kinds of other weird stuff. Knight e3. It's hard to protect my knight. Knight e3 is really dumb because he just takes it. That's the kind of hallucinations I'm having now, you know? So e4, e4, pawn e4. That's just absurd. Knight takes e4, queen takes b2, knight takes c5. Queen check, rook back. That might actually be okay for me. Anyway, we're running out of time, unfortunately. Okay, a draw, really? You're like a pawn down in a knight ending. I mean, that's a little weird. Offer a draw here. Strange moment to offer a draw. Anyway. Nefedov. Nefyadov or Nefedov. I don't know which it is. C5 is interesting. Killing his yeah, but it may not be good. But I have C4. Alright, this is, oh god, I thought I did something stupid there. Alright. Anyway guys, I can't really answer your comments in the stream. The blunder by Internet Chess. We rarely see overt blunders. Bishop f5 looks kind of risky for me. Makes sense strategically though. I don't know about it. Looks a little iffy. I do get control of e4. Yeah, Ananas. Alright, Ananas, I resign, man. I just lost everything, and I overlooked this trick. Wow. Knight d5. Perfect timing for counter sparks. Just in time to get some counter play. Alright. We're in good shape in this ending. I like endgames when I have no time. And Critico with all sorts of play now. Rook check. He's going to pick up a pawn with tempo. He sacks an exchange in another line. Really scary play. But I've got to pick a move and go with it here. You know, probably knight d5 check. I win the exchange. We'll lose the initiative, but hopefully not the war. Obviously, this is sort of ridiculous. Okay. We got the better structure now. Or rook takes. Wookie. Played a guy called Wookie the other day. Sure. That's a good name. Get lots of people playing for crushing me on time on a regular basis. Yeah, this is pretty scary. But I don't recommend you play for the clock. And that's not the point here. Nefyadov. Good move. He played knight d5 against me now. Oh my god. What in the world is happening? Intermezzo. Okay, here we're up clear exchange. I mean, this should be really pretty easy tactical win. And this one, undermining my guy. Wants to undermine Mr. Knight with f5. So you're not welcome to undermine Mr. Knight with f5. But I don't know what else I can do to really stop you. Maybe g6, just discourage it. Wow. He's gonna do bad things to me. It's really irritating. Okay, rook on the 7th. We double up. And then this ending, I mean, I'm just like hoping not to lose. What can I say? I feel like I'm gonna get zugzwanged. Zugzwanged, the verb. No, I should go here. So, bishop takes. Can I like play bishop b7 and castle? I mean, what's really going on here? He's gonna get some play, but I've seen worse, Xerox. Seen some scary stuff playing that opening in my time, and you're not even close to the scariest, but nevertheless, it is a little bit disturbing. These bishops are disturbing too. I'm in a lot of danger here. c4. c4 doesn't feel right. I don't know what feels right. I mean, I'm in trouble. I need to get active. Check his king. I'm gonna lose another pawn and be like 2 pawns down in this sort of endgame. I'm just in a lot of trouble here. I don't know what to do. Bishop c4. Just drop a pawn. It looks really bad. Bishop f3. It's just no. This is lost for white. I'm up the exchange and I'm lost. Pretty disturbing stuff. Maybe bishop b3. But he's got bishop a6. Not yet. Okay, I have to try that, I guess. It looks really scary though. This should be a winning position. If he doesn't get some counterplay, maybe he's going to get some counterplay. Let's bring our king up. Actually, rook c2 is also good. Rook on the 7th. Open file. Black might not be able to win that position, despite being better. Whoa, what happened? He played b5. Kind of a weird move. This is obviously a queen. Now, what went on here? I played rook f8. It was a long time ago when I played this. There was the king f1 and the other king. Knight f4 is not even that effective. Kind of a disturbing position against Aura Knight. Thought I was better, but I've got nothing. Everything I tried doesn't work. Just go passive. We're down to 4 minutes. I'm just basically playing blitz now. Where? Rook f8. No, that move is too slow. Right? But don't try to blitz me. You're not allowed to blitz me, guys. What's happening now? I'm in Zugzwang. Am I in Zugzwang yet? h5. This is weird. This is really weird. Pawn takes. This is a winning position now. But you had some really weird possibilities there, Soltigo. Really weird possibilities. h6, anybody? This probably can't hurt. h5. Weakening my king side. Rook e8. Yeah, okay, he played knight g2 here. Rook takes. That looks really bad, but I mean, pawn takes is also good for me. I mean, this has to be a winning position for black, even if I play it simply. Right. Uday Satya. He's just he's gonna hold this what was a really bad position. Now he's okay. Maybe this move gives me some chance. What is going on here? Now F5. Am I hanging a knight? Oh my god. What am I thinking? I don't know. But this is a winning rook ending. And here we have a solid position. I thought. So I thought. This is a win, but it's still hard to get his king. King Kong. Pressurizing black here. Let's keep it simple. Yeah, trading pieces is a good idea when you're running out of time in general. I have b4 followed by knight c6. Should be at least equal. Might not work though. It either works or it doesn't work. Okay. That I didn't see, and that is a problem. We're now losing a clear pawn against counter sparks. Can I play like knight to c5 or something? Does that even do anything? Probably not. I'm just losing a clear pawn. Damn. That's not good. Anyway, that's going to be mate. And what's my idea here? Knight c7. Amazing play. All right. Whoa. Okay, rook hf1, threatening obviously the classic rook f7. But if I take, you know, I don't know what's going on. Basically playing blitz now with you guys, but some of you guys are playing too fast. Not all of you, but some of you. Especially those who have a bad position. I think you should take your time if you have it. Make some crazy moves due to time pressure. Nefedov with a triple attack. I just allowed. Which I'm not too thrilled about. Bishop f5, perfect domination. World domination. And mate is coming. Maybe our first win today. I mean, some would probably resign like prematurely, but we normally get some wins because people resign too early. Though that's not the way I want to do it. A little bit of counterplay at this point now. Okay, rook c2, I guess. Speaking of counterplay. It's an amazing move. Because I have to take. What else to do there? Right, now knight c6. Rook takes c6, rook takes c6. I have this. Critico played c4. Mate. Finally, I win one. He played too fast. What happened? Okay, I mean, Xerox just went nuts, I think. I gotta take. I don't know what's going on there. Lucky Kentucky, 21-46 in bullet. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Not a fish. What happened? There's this really perverse defense. But I can play f3. Okay, good to know. h5. Pursuing some sort of attack here. I mean, are you really attacking me? So against Critico, I don't know, maybe I can survive now. I mean, it's sort of optimistic, but I feel like there's hope. Two minutes and counting. I should be pushing this pawn. Queenside majority. What happened? Bishop takes a2, a5. For lack of a better plan. Rook takes c4. And then I hope I'm just not losing here. But I just make some kind of waiting move. His pawns look weak. Playing too many games, Schnoofy. You're playing too many games, Schnoofy. Right? I have g6 though, which is better. Bishop f7 is also possible. I'm not going to be able to castle, so let's keep it simple, shall we? Knight takes, and queen takes g6. Rook f6 is also quite entertaining. What? I had no idea what I'm doing against SXPG so fast, like getting flagged. Well, I think g5, that's pretty risky. A knight check, which I totally overlooked. Where did that even come from? I don't know. Oh man. Totally freaking out. Knight c3. Okay. I'm not the only one freaking out. What happened? Whoa. Rook f2. Pure trap with 19 minutes to nothing. I have a6 now. What's happening here? I'm up how much material? Knight g5, okay. Well, e5 has been played. But I mean, alright. What's happening? Knight endings. Amazing defense by pure trap. I should go for some pawns here of my own. What happened? Rook h4. Okay, he's threatening what? I don't know. Not really sure. This is probably equal. What happened now? I need to get my other guy in the game. This is really nasty. In a lot of time pressure. Queen f3. Need to break out. My queen trap? I just blundered, probably. And it's unfortunate to do that. Queen f3, e5 has been played. Counter sparks with knight d4. Where did that move come from? Just put it there. Man, he's like killing me. Right? Oh my god. Where did this move come from? Bishop h5? What? Now I'm like getting mated. Man, this is tragic. Still, I don't have any tactic in this position. Strange as it seems. Nothing works. What is this? "24 minutes? Then you didn't use enough time in this game. If you have 24 minutes left." If you're just playing for time, I mean, it's sort of really weird. The queen's coming out too with the pawn on f2, SXPG. I've always had trouble with him on the clock. He's like some kind of increment expert. Every game is like he's down to these increments with almost no time. But look at this game. This is insane. White's down 2 pieces. I don't know what to do. I'm just playing blitz. Just ridiculous blitz now. Nefedov with more threats. One would think I'm better here. I just have no time. He's got 23 minutes. Blowing all sorts of positions that should have been winning. Nice move. Xerox. Playing like Morphe. Tactical guys just totally taking me out here. I don't know how in the world I didn't win this game. I had to fight for a draw, like up a pawn and a knight ending. Wow, Soltigo traded his queen on f6. That's kind of surprising. Right, this one, I really shouldn't be losing here. But like, what do I do? It's a little disturbing. I don't really know what to do. 41 seconds. I just have to take draws in like better positions and stuff. It's kind of weird. Pretty insane game against SXPG, honestly. to draw. I mean, what's really going on here? I'm like a pawn up in an ending. No matter what I do, Nefedov just keeps coming up with new threats every single move. I tried to stop him. This game is just out of control. This is... oh, it's like a winning attempt. Okay. How in the world could this happen, you know? I mean, how difficult are endgames? Can't win a simple position. Got to draw for here. I mean, I've got to be better. E4, I didn't even know that was like legal. I mean, F4. Wow. Amazing. Just winning by force. Did that pawn like move 2 squares or something? How did that happen? Okay. Maybe I can draw these equal endgames that I'm winning on every board. Timmy offered me a draw. It's like, wow, dude. I mean, I guess it's a draw, but at least I can try. Knight A4. Just moves come out of the blue that I could never have anticipated. Now if D7, he can't play D7. But I'm like paralyzed. Lucky Kentucky from Serbia. Interesting. I wonder if this is a new account. Queen check. Is that? I hope that's not a repetition of position. SXPG came up with another weird move. No, this is a blunder. Okay. Nice to see someone else make a blunder because I never seem to run into them very often. I have bishop takes E4. Losing all my material and getting mated. Some craziness. Look at this. It's like a study. What's really going on here? I just wish I had time. It's such a pity not to play these endgames properly. I mean, seriously, it's just a tragedy. Every endgame is like destroyed by the time control. We're still slightly better there. Again, like an ending where, I mean, this was easily winning for me against Super Sebi. Just chronically like drawing winning endgames. Wow. Here we're just a clear pawn up and Pure Trap offered a draw. I mean, I can't accept a draw there. No matter how much I want to. It's not going to happen. Nefedov just played like a genius. Am I getting mated here? Queen takes. Is possible. Maybe it's too dangerous though. Yeah, I'm just losing everything here. What? How am I supposed to react in this position? I have 17 pieces against the queen, but he's threatening my f8, so I have no defense. Queen g7. Alright, queen ending. 37 seconds left. So, what am I supposed to do? Very bad situation. Very bad situation. Hanging pieces now. Offers a draw. This is a draw, but I was so disappointed. I was winning earlier. Alright. Aura Knight will not trade on my terms. Now, what's really going on here? I have e5. Is that a good move, though? Probably not necessary to play e5. Look at this. He avoided the trade of queens. What the heck is going on? This is not a normal game. I mean, there's just no way. that this happens in reality. Nefedov killing me. What? Where? It's not enough to get that. He's got to get more. Maybe we can win a game or two accidentally. Rook e8. I'm gonna flag here with like a pawn up, because pure trap is playing for pure time. Okay. What's going on? Clear pawn down. Clear pawn up here. 14 playing 8 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 1 loss. Hopefully we'll survive. We've got 7 boards. I can move pretty fast on these. Now it's capable of, now I can trade queens at least against our knight. That's a draw. This is slightly better for white. Actually, I better be careful there before I pronounce that a draw. Whoa. Okay, I don't like that, but what am I going to do? This position is really bad for me against counter sparks. That's probably a draw. This is scary, but I can get away now. I don't think I had to get away. Maybe he had a better move there. What just happened? Sorry? How? What? Where did that come from? Where did this... My bishop was hanging? Okay, that's pretty strange. I don't remember my bishop hanging in that game. Now, I'm super freaked out by this game. This game was just insane and ridiculous. Wow. The stuff going on in the simul today is just insane. Now he's down there, but I'm going to trade queens. And we might even be winning now. Speaking of winning, I can improve my king here, but what's the best method here in this position? I don't know. What should I do? Like bishop e5? Slightly better. That's probably a draw. I was just like going into panic mode. Thought I was lost there. Nefedov offered a draw. Oh my god. But he's a pawn up. No, he's a pawn up here. And why is he offering a draw? I have bishop takes c4. I see. Maybe against Nefedov I had bishop c4. Okay. This is a very tough ending against pure trap. It's technical. Quite technical. This is probably a draw. Man, this is frustrating. Super Sebi. I'm better there, but I mean, I can't win now. There's not enough pieces on the board. Thank you for the game. This is crazy. Now you're threatening rook takes d6. I didn't realize that that Xerox was so tactical, you know. He's like a maniac. We played some other games, but I didn't know. I'm going to offer draw here. I don't know. Is Franco trying to win, or is he content to draw this position? I thought he's slightly better, but it's not really easy to make progress. Speaking of not easy to make progress, I'd like to get to queen takes, check. That's insane. If I trade queens, he goes there. Maybe king d6 then, first. Wow, AF6. I didn't even know my A pawn was hanging in that position. And now Aura Knight playing like God. He's playing God and playing like God. This is just very, very disturbing. Okay, this is getting a little too weird now, honestly. What is going on here? I'm getting completely freaked out. Crazy games. He declined my draw. Franco did. I don't know. How do I win this? Not easy to do. I'm going to drop a pawn. Maybe I can't win this position. I really have no idea. It could be a draw. Very possible. Suffering there. I'm probably going to lose to counter sparks. Franco just put another pawn on white squares, which I don't think is really proper way to make progress. This position is a mess. Pass pawns for everybody. What's going on here? D3. He's threatening something. Am I pushing my pawn too far there? I just can't believe this isn't a draw. Well, if I leave him open to come down there, if his king can penetrate, he will win. What's this? Queen b7, what? He has a perp? I'm playing d2. There's no perpetual check, is there? I can't believe it. Is there a perpetual check? I'm in check, okay. Alright, freaking out. He's gonna checkmate me on the back rank. King g8. King h6. Threatening checkmates. Kramnik had a similar endgame not that long ago against Anand. Okay, this game is starting to bother me a little bit. I'm definitely freaking out here. That guy, he constantly has no time, but I'm the one in time pressure. I can't free myself. I better take while I can take. Threatening mate in 1. Surprise, surprise. G5. Pure trap. What an apt name. Okay. What do I do now? Play bishop check. And look for something else. Another plan. G5, anybody? Rook e3. Just improve my king. I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm just lost there. This is an insanely disturbing position. Queen takes c2 check, king a1, knight takes d6. What's going on? Yeah, I'm happy to draw that against our knight, or worse. Pawn takes pawn. Now, maybe I take with the king here. Getting my king out in the game. Looks like a good idea. What are we doing in this game? Like rook d7? Sort of tricks. Rook, oh, bishop h7, of course. From Abi Tebule. Bishop h7. That's pretty strong. I better go with my pawn before it's too late. Running, pure trap. He's 1600. I think I just dropped my pawn there. Now rook takes. What is happening? I don't know. Some weird games today. Some of the weirdest games I've played in a long time. I've enjoyed it, I will say. Some of the weirder games I played in Simuls anytime recently. Counter Sparks. Ow. Protagon, thank you for resubscribing, and I really thank you guys. As I said before, who have subscribed before. I just dropped my pawn here. This is... Oh, no, I didn't. I'm crazy. It's protected. Okay. I could drop this pawn. No, I didn't drop my pawn, but he's got these possible perps. Alright. That doesn't look like a good square. We should go here. Drop another pawn. Go up here. Put all our eggs in one basket. Other choices? Good chance this is a draw. But I feel like I should go for it. And now bishop b8. And I think I'm winning. Sort of tricked Lord Jesus Christ. Bishop b8 idea. So now d3. I have no idea what's going on. Now this position is interesting. Should I consider e5? Getting a protected pass pawn. Maybe I can't lose. after that. Was he just dropping a pawn, by the way, in that position? Did I just miss that? Alright, this... What am I going to do? Sack the exchange? I mean, this is a little bit crazy. Honestly. No idea what I'm doing here. Okay, now I fully admit I didn't see that at all. And basically all hell is breaking loose. Literally. One of the most entertaining games of the summer. Now we're going. We're going to town with this king. My king is coming up. Yeah, I think he was hanging a pawn there a minute ago, wasn't he? If I had just taken, he takes, I take. I think DeFranco just blundered and I didn't exploit it. Although he still might be losing. I don't know what's going on in this king and pawn endgame though. Probably I shouldn't even play the king and pawn. I go here first. How am I gonna win? Like seriously. Take a4, e4, king d4, e3. Yeah, I have to play this. Now I'm just winning here. This is famous last words. Should be winning. Basically down the exchange. So I thought, now king b5. Only move. Like an absurd position. Rook b4. Time pressure. Losing more pawns, I guess. What happens if, like, rook a1? Try to get my rook down. So losing a whole bishop's a bit much. Wow, he did not. That's a pretty advanced move, not taking my pawn on d3. Holy crap. No time. King position. Now we have king position. We gave our pawn back. Pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, a4. Bishop takes, pawn takes, e4. Well, we're no longer in danger of losing here. e4. But then I don't have a protected passer anymore. I don't think I'm even winning here. Wonder if I could lose. I mean, I'm sure I'm capable of losing this, but I'm not sure objectively. We're definitely capable of losing this. This looks like extremely disturbing situation. d2. I'm running out of time. Rook a1. Oh, he took my pawn. No, that's got to go. Okay. That's got to go. Lord Jesus Christ. How do I win this again? That is a bit of an issue. Figuring out how to win this position. Oh, that check. Good thing I saw that. Not really. Try to take a second pawn. All my pawns are protected. And now rook d8. What? Very weird game. Now his pawn is problematic. Alright, let's get a little more distance. Queen b5 check, yes, I know. Rook c6. Threatening what? I don't know. Oh, king d1. Now there. Counterplay. Uh-oh. If I go there, you go there, I take that, you take that, and all hell breaks loose. I think I can afford to do that. What happened? Oh, that move, okay. Yeah, that's pretty scary, honestly. That's unfortunate. I really thought I was going to get something going, but I think Counter Sparks is winning now. Maybe I should have played Rook G2. Maybe not the best move by me. Right? He offered me a draw. What are you talking about, dude? That's not really polite. Queen d4. There's no checks. That's his second draw for, right? Oh god, I just blundered? Oh no. After this epic game with Xerox, I blundered the game? I don't believe it. That's so sick. Oh man, come on now. I guess this is a draw. He just has too much space. I don't think I can win. Yeah, that's a good move. I can't believe I blundered against Xerox. I was like better. I mean, that's ridiculous. Oh man. How do I win this? There's got to be a way to win against Lord Jesus Christ. If I can get it down to like just one-on-one, maybe I'll be able to figure it out somehow. I think I might be better against that, even that endgame against that bishop endgame. There might be a trick there, but I have no time to figure it out. How do I win this? There's got to be a way to win this position. I mean, he's basically down a rook here. There's got to be an easy way to win this position. But I don't see it. If his pawn gets to e3, it's really a big problem. Rook e7. Does that make any sense? Queen h7 now. Why do I never have any threats against his king here? Oh, I'm taking another pawn. All my pawns are protected. Not sure if it's even the right idea. Miraculously, I thought I was lost in that one. There's the rook check. Kidding me? What is going on here? King a4 just happens to be mate. I have rook c5. That's going to be mate too. Everything is like a study in this game. What about king c4? That's an insane move. I mean, queen f7 check or something. God. Rook c5. Just a lost king and pawn endgame. So I'm going to lose after all that. It's so sick. Oh man. I mean, this was no way I was losing. I was up a piece and I dropped it. Man, that is sick. I'm so sick over this game. Maybe king b6. I'm just dropping b4. I can't. Just lost. I have to play this. This probably loses too, but I don't know what else to do. Alright. Hello, pawn. Mr. Pawn. I could play bishop h6 as well. Maybe it doesn't matter. Another check. Imagine that. Your trap just seems to gain time. Pretty good. Now what? Rook a8. b3 check. Oh no. I have king d4. Could I have swindled him? Is it possible? A swindle. Okay, this move. Letting his rook out, is that a good idea? I really doubt it. I really doubt that's a good idea. Me. I'm just not getting any time to play the other games. This is probably a draw for real now. I just don't have anywhere to hide. Let's repeat that position one more time. King takes b6, king b6. What? There's so many crazy games today. Oh, no. That's not a threefold repetition. Oh, it is if I won it. Yeah. No, thank you. How can I change the position? What happened? What? He has a draw by repetition? Seriously? Okay, that's not cool. I can't believe I didn't lose this game. I guess it makes up for the Lord Jesus Christ game. I was so close to losing. I really should have lost. Yeah, this was a good save by this guy who played fantastically in time pressure. Really like great with the increment situation the way it was. That might lose a piece actually. Still awkward. I have to play for a win here somehow. Hope I'm not missing anything. What a game, Xerox. That's one of the wildest games I've ever played in my simuls. Insane. Insane clown posse. Do I have any study-like draws? G6. Doubt it. I do have rook. Rook b8. I have f6 too. That drops a pawn. That's probably bad. Rook h8. I'm not going to cut it. Well, I could play rook h8 and then rook in between move maybe. Yes. Alright. I don't know. I have to go for it here. Probably a draw. A lot of draws. Like, how are there so many draws? Up a pawn there, but now we got our pawn on the 7th, but I'm never allowed to do anything here. It's just another million checks are coming. I don't know. We'll go for it. I thought I'd go behind this pawn here. Probably I'm losing there. Crazy game, Xerox. I mean, anything could have happened in that game. What happened to my simul? I lost my simul. Let's go back. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow morning, Monday. What happened? That couldn't have been the last game. Where's my simul, man? Where's the games that are remaining? There's got to be games remaining. What? Yeah. At least this game. We got 4 games remaining. SXPG, what happened? He just lost on time? He disconnected? Whoa. Oh, Queen A1 check. Yeah, it's a good idea. I guess that's a draw. Now I have to be a bit careful. I might have to sack my bishop for that last pawn. Because we go here. Probably a draw. Nice bishop. Nice bishops. I guess this is just a draw. Pure trap. His time usage was impressive for a guy who's like 1400. Is there some way I can win this? No, it's just a dead draw. King d1, I can't make progress. King d3, f3. Or is there a way to win? No, hold on a second here. f3 king here. Maybe I am winning. Whoa, wait a second here. g4. Oh, you played that very quickly. But I have this move. Ah, it's still a draw. Yeah, g4. f3 doesn't work. You have to play g4. That's his third draw offer. We should just make sure. King c4. Oh no, good move. King c4. Holding on to everything. This is obviously optimistic. I mean, I guess he could even play for a win here, theoretically, with like king b4. What's happening? Well, he's got 2 pawns hanging here. Rook takes check. Rook takes check. Doesn't do anything. I think I have to play this. I can go after the pawn, but then if king f3, king d4, king takes f2, king e4, it's obviously a draw. I'm impressed by Pure Trap's time usage. I mean, I'm happy to draw this position. I'm up a pawn, but I mean, that's a draw. I'm lucky I was in trouble with that bishop down there. A lot of draws. It's like insane. People are always like, why are there so many draws in chess? I guess it's just a normal result. I mean, none of these games, I mean, most of these games are played out, you know. I didn't agree to a lot of early draws. Last week I had like 1 draw, which was really strange, and a couple early draws. Soltigo, you were right with the exchange sack and getting king to b7. World Loser, thanks for coming. Sorry you didn't play. I mean, I don't know if you wanted to play or not, but I really think they should have late entries for these things. So, I am sorry for that. Whoa. Okay. I can't really hold the pawn anymore. Or I can play this. Check. Actually, what's going on now? Is he messing that up? f4. This is obviously a draw, but it's fun to play it out. We only have 2 games left, so why not? At least I didn't lose too many games. There were just a million draws. Lord Jesus game, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm winning, but I had no time, and I didn't see a clear way to make progress. I almost let his rook back out. I was just afraid if I went with my king up, you know, he's going to promote his pawn. And I didn't really have a way to get my rook back to stop it. Or my bishop. Actually, both my minor pieces, or rook and bishop, can't really stop his e-pawn very, very easily. King h3. You know, you could theoretically lose this position with white. Actually, you could lose it with black, too. Could definitely happen. It's been known to happen. Okay, I think that Countersparks is actually messing this up. King g2 now? I might even be winning. Kind of find it hard to believe, but it's not a win. I don't believe this is a win. Or is it? Now, if there was no pawn on the board, obviously this is a win. But what does he do now? Like f3, king g3, king e1. Yeah. F3, king g3, king e1, king f3, king f1. Yeah, I think I'm winning this. Well, it's not over, actually. I have a tendency to celebrate too early sometimes. This is still very complicated. This is still pretty complicated. I feel like it should be winning, though. I just check and then... And what? Check and play f7. Check, take rook, and play f7. The counter sparks. The only problem was... Well, this is winning for me. Your trap loses that. So a couple swindles here at the end. That's why endgames are important. That's a really, really weird way to lose. He worked so hard for that too. It's crazy. King and pawn endgames, I highly recommend. Worth your time and investment. And well, in this case, it was like, you know, miscalculating a tricky endgame. But I mean, you know, for counter sparks, he just you know, was in bad time pressure. I mean, it's a different thing, you know. Pure trap played too quickly, and counter sparks was in time pressure. Simul complete. Miracle wins at the end. 2 losses and 10 draws. It's like a draw record. So we finished just on time. We're supposed to finish at 9:30. Arsenal fan, now your game, you just hung a piece, but that's not actually very common for you. Sorry about that. The Lord Jesus game was really, I thought, winning for me, but you know, I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like I'm winning, but 2.2 doesn't automatically mean I'm winning. Okay, so my move King Rook E7 was played, and then King F8, and how do I win here? Bishop D6. I was actually worried about an insane move. I was worried about Rook D8. I thought he had Rook D8 here. I misevaluated this. That's just stupid. Like, I saw Rook E6. For some reason, I didn't realize it wins. So he has to play King G8. But I still don't see, well, you know, an easy way to make progress. If I had more time, I would figure out how to win this position. Probably I can like win his f6 pawn with bishop e7 or something like that. Rook c7. Win his f6 pawn, but it's a very long process to win the game. You know, I was looking for something kind of easier. Anyway, guys, it was really crazy games today. My favorite game by far was against Xerox. Maybe I can make a video for the YouTube channel. The game against Xerox was insane. We had probably the advantage change hands 10 times and ended in a draw. I mean, I think I might have been winning at some point, but he was definitely winning when I blundered at the end. Yeah, I was winning, he was winning, I was winning, he was winning, and then like it's a draw. Just insane. But his advantage in the opening was so massive, I really misplayed this. So at this point, I guess, we're in theory. Shandor Videcki, who I know, was playing black in a game. And I'm supposed to play like knight takes b3, but I played b4 instead, and that's really bad. Knight takes b3, a takes b3, then b4, making sure his bishop's not still on the board. But it's a really sharp opening. Anyway, guys, it was a lot of fun. I just want to, hard work too, but you know, 10 draws, you guys are pretty tough. Critico, I don't know about that game, man. I mean, I was actually better according to the engine here. I felt that White's position was worse, but apparently I'm holding on. That's insane. I mean, I was so negative during this game. I thought I'm gonna lose for sure. Because I've got no king, I'm paralyzed, both my rooks are on the back rank. But according to the engine, the cold-blooded engine, this is a draw, or like equal. I actually lost. I just overlooked e4. I played rook d1 and let him play e4, and I'm still holding, apparently, with bishop h5. What did I do at this point? I just played rook f8 check. I didn't see this move. I had a very negative attitude during that game. I didn't like my position. I thought I was busted. Against Franco, it was also a draw. Looks like I'm winning. I had the feeling that was possible, but I just didn't see. I was afraid of bishop d1. I was afraid he's coming in here and getting two passed pawns. You know, this isn't so easy. You can listen to what the computer says and stuff, but honestly, it looks a little scary. He's got this pawn coming down on the A file, you know, so I just honestly wasn't sure about this. That's kind of hard to calculate. Anyway, guys, we'll be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. European time. I want to thank you all for playing, and please, guys, subscribe. Thanks, Protagon, for resubscribing. For those of you guys who are not in Europe, we are doing 3 streams a week that are accessible for Western time zones on, you know, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So if you're in any doubt, just know that I have 3 streams a week that Western players can watch. 3 streams in the morning, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m. European time, and 3 streams in the evening, 6:30 or 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So please tune in and subscribe. World Loser, thanks for being here. It helps to have somebody to moderate the chat. I am looking for like a substitute moderator if anybody wants to volunteer who's here on a regular basis watching the stream. Anyway, guys, it was really hard today. A lot of very tense, difficult games. A lot of time pressure. I'm just happy that, you know, I managed to hold most of the games to a decent quality. A couple of blunders, like against Ananas. I'm sorry I blundered, you know, the d6 pawn. That was really anticlimactic. A couple of players lost at the end that should have been drawn. But it was fun overall. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, Monday morning. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Also, check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. I'll upload the streams there. And also, I think I'll probably create a video this week highlighting some of the games from the Simul. So I think analyzing some of these games would be fun because it's just stuff that we've you know, actually done in the stream, and we can take a deeper look and kind of talk it over and show you guys what was really happening in some of these crazy games. Anyway, sounds like fun. I'll work on that project and see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye bye.